The reports in Australia. It's interstate tomorrow. Shower 2 for...
Hello, Rock Girl. Hope everybody is doing well. If you can hear me, give me a 5 by 5. Testing the mic. Let's see how loud this mic is. Okay, if you can hear me loud and clear, give me a 5 by 5. If I sound a little low, let me know, and we will get this ball rolling here in just a second. If anybody wants to come on the show, let me know. I will message you the link. We'll get started here in just a minute here. And what I'll do is I'm going to share a screen real quick so you guys can watch some videos in the background, but I'll be watching the comments on a different screen. So let me share the screen here. If I can get to the right screen. Yeah, there we go.
There is no conspiracy.
Okay, well, can you hear me at least? If you can't hear the audio, I'll try to see what that was, what was going on there. So hopefully you can hear me now. So that's a good thing. Let me turn this other volume off of the background here before I start listening to that. And that should work. So I'm getting some background feed in the background. So give me just a second while I fix that. And okay, that stopped that. Okay, well, hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. I'm going to go over quite a few subject matters. If anyone wants to come on the show, let me know. I will try to bring you on board. But I will go over some things that actually the title talks about, the cyber attacks. I probably won't stay on that too long. And also you guys can suggest in the comments. I'm actually able to see the comments a little better this time. They're actually quite a bit better. So let me get closer to the screen so I can actually read everything. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Over the last few months and few weeks, I think 2020 has been a rather bizarre year. I think it's been a bizarre year for everyone around the world. So we've seen things that we haven't seen before in our lifetimes. And we're seeing things now that we haven't seen in our lifetime, or at least in my lifetime. I haven't seen anything like what's going on right now. So this unprecedented time that we live in, and we have to hopefully become better people because of it. And if anyone wants to come in from the links that I've already sent out, come on in. There's a few of you that I think I've already sent. And if you don't have it, let me know. I'll shoot the link over to you. You're more than welcome to come in. But right now, I'm just basically going to talk about a couple of things that's been bothering me. First thing I want to go over is this 99% bullshit that we keep hearing, where 99% of the police are good and blah, blah, blah. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm not falling for that number. I'm not saying they're all bad either, but I'm definitely going to say that 99% of the cops are not good. And I've even trained police, and I don't know how anyone can make that blanket statement. Either they're sadly misinformed, or their perspective of what's going on around them is truly wrong. Edward's got the 70-30 rule. I'm going to say it's the 80-20 rule. So there you go, rock roll. So 80-20 rule is probably where I would go. CL, who said the 99 is pretty much most of the news. Anyone that watches I got pissed off the other day because about 4 times in a row with 4 different people coming on there saying 99.9 or 99.9% of the cops are good. There's not 99% of the people that are in any given room, even if the room is full of great people. It's 99% of them is just not a correct amount. So I'm kind of tired of seeing that, and I'm just going to voice my opinion about that. I just don't believe it. I believe the 80-20 rule applies in most parts of our lives. Jeff Scott brought that up to me the other day, and he had just learned about it recently. That's something I've been teaching in my marketing seminars for years and years and years, and it applies, oddly enough, to almost every aspect of life, no matter what. The Seal Beach cop answer was pretty cool, wasn't it? And thank you for sending me that link, guys. I got to give props to Jeff Scott. He sends me links periodically where I just don't have the time to find some of the stuff, and he'll find some great stuff. And I put it on my channel, CL. So it's right there. It's a watch party that I started. I think Jeff did the same thing. So either my channel or my Facebook page or Jeff's Facebook page will cover that. But if anyone has a problem with what I'm about to say, I kind of want to know. I'm more than welcome to entertain the argument. But the situation is this. I don't know of any organization that can say 99% of their people are good or great or whatever. And I'm just going to make a blanket statement that's a fallacy. That's just simply not true. And I think the 80-20 rule probably plays out. I think that's closer to being accurate than 99. It could be 90%, could be 87%, could be somewhere around there, but It's just simply not my belief that that's true at all. And as we look around ourselves in life and in our personal life or professional lives or whatever we have, as you look around, if you line up 100 people, I guarantee you 99% of them are not good people. So what we're seeing in today is quite a bit of bad things, and it truly saddens me that every day for the last few years, for that matter, but pretty much this year, we have seen nothing. I mean, there's some spots of some good stuff going on, but overall, I don't know about you guys, but I keep seeing some really negative things going on in the world. My closest friends who know me really good know I'm not racist by any means, but something just happened to me over the last few days that's really pissed me off. And I'm going to make a statement of it. And if you think I'm racist for saying it, I don't really give a rat's ass, but it's not a racist statement. I tried to place videos on YouTube and I even got a strike. So how I'm able to do this live is because I've kind of backdoored my way into YouTube. So the situation is this. I tried to place that video that's on Facebook of the girl getting hit. She's sitting on a bench, and I believe it's Chicago, waiting for whatever the hell she's waiting for, and she gets attacked. Now, there is some conjecture going on about whether or not that video is actually a legitimate video. There might be some things going on behind it. So I'm going to research that a little more if it turns out to be whatever it is. But that video right now has been shared over 2,200 times on my page. That's the most shares I've ever had in history as far as my Facebook. I think I've had a little bit more than that on YouTube on a couple of them, but it's at 80 some odd thousand views in 18 hours, and it has over 2,000 some odd 2,300 shares. So that video, YouTube wouldn't let me play it. So screw YouTube. We're going to watch it right now. So I'm going to go over to this page here and see if I can pull this up. And if Ram would quit messaging me, I should be all right. So I got Ramsey Dennis in the background messaging me here left and right. So let me see if I can share this screen and we all can watch it together. Here we go. It's a very short video. I don't know if I think this is the version where I lengthened out the end of it, but here we go. I'm going to share the screen, Chrome tab. Let's see if I go to there. And that tab should be shared right now. Here we go. And I'm going to change that tab to this tab, which is actually quite bigger. And I'm watching the screen in the back. I've got about a 5 to 10 second delay, so I'm going to make sure I'm on the right screen here. So we'll see which one is being shared, and apparently it doesn't go to that one. So let me go back out of this, and I'll go back to this one. We'll just make it big. So, sorry if that's too loud. So I'm going to make it bigger like that so y'all can see it. And let me make it full screen if I can. All right, so I'm going to rewind it here and play it one more time. It's gotten 4,000 views in the last 20 minutes. Okay, so that's that video there. I'm going to go back over here into the control room and switch to a different screen. I'm going to stop that screen, and I'm going to share a different screen that actually shows more of it here. Let's share this one, and that might be the right one. Apparently, let's see here. Yeah, I think this is the longer version. Here we go. Well, sorry about there not being audio from. I hear it fine on my end, but you don't really need the audio anyway to see what's going on. Okay, so that's the video there. Let me get back to this. I'll stop sharing and boop. Okay, so if you haven't seen that before, I might click the share audio box at the bottom when you screen share. All right, let's do that because I do want you guys to hear this thing. And I apologize for playing this so many times. I just want to make sure I get it right. Share audio. Thank you, Master of Streams. Here we go, and I'm going to share it again. This time you should be able to hear it. Let me know if you guys can hear it. As soon as you hear it, let me know, okay? Thank you, Edward. Okay, so there you have it. What are your thoughts? Just live right now. What they're saying in the background is they're not yelling out Black Lives Matter, or anything like that. And that video I tried to put on YouTube, and I received a strike. Well, I received a warning, and then I guess if you challenge us, a warning, they just say, okay, well, screw you. Here's a strike. They came back relatively quickly, like they even saw it. There's another video I want you to see. I'm going to cue that up in the background. So give me just a second while I do that. I thought I had it on there, but apparently I closed it. So let me go find, let's see. Not that one. Let's go to anytime. This is in the past 24 hours. Videos. And this is the one where the guy was in the line at the store. And if I can find it. Well, they have blocked that video too from YouTube, at least. So I'm trying to get out of YouTube. I think I got a link earlier today from somewhere else. But I'll cue that up in the background. It's the video. You guys have probably seen it where the guys in the store. It's actually happened to me the other night. It actually didn't happen to me. It happened to someone else. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the other night I was at a store. There was a guy in the store. He looked like he was a mix Filipino, half black, half Filipino, half something. And he got his ass handed to him in the store, and I went over and broke up the fight. I actually got in the fight. I actually I guess I knocked the guy out that was hitting him, but and I dragged him out later. But the other two guys ran out the door. One tried to confront me. I went straight up to him. I'm trying to get the video from that store for you guys so you can see it, not because I want you to see me kick some three guys' butt, but just so you can see what happened. I mean, it's just, they just came in. I guess the guy had done something on a bus a few days previous, and it was pretty nuts. They wouldn't give me the video there, but I'm going to try to find it. Does anyone know the channel or whatever that video from the guy that was took outside and he was kicked and beaten against the back side of the car? If somebody can find that name of that station, I'll try to handle that. Yeah, I did protect the guy. I walked him home. The guys were when they went out the door, I picked up the guy by his belt and pulled him outside and told them they forgot their bags, and tossed him on the ground. But actually, I didn't toss him on the ground. I went to toss him, and then he got up, and he just turned around. He was very dazed, so he didn't try to fight me. I guess he thought I was helping him out the store, but in fact, I'm the guy that actually punched his ass. And then I walked the guy home, and I went live while I was walking. I don't know if I went live or if I filmed it and then put it up there, but either way, that guy, he thanked me when I got into his house, but the guy was just either dazed or what, but he wasn't really all the way there. But this situation here, where I'm able to I'm trying to do videos where I put them on and I don't add commentary to them. I do the raw video just like I've done all of the time. I always try to give you guys just as much raw video as possible, and we go from there. And so we can discuss. Thank you. Someone just did that for me. So I'm going to go here and we'll queue up that video. And I think I'll have it for you in just a second. Hang on just a second. There we go. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Fawn. We're going to make that larger, and I'm going to escape full screen, and then we will pull it out. All right, so I got to get this out of this screen so I don't show all of my messages in here. Let's see if I can do this in some other way. Let's see here. Give me just a second. Maybe I can do this fast enough. If I can close off these windows, which I seem to not be able to do. Can you post that on this? Let's see, Fawn, hang on. Let's go back in here. All right, Fawn, you can post links inside here because you're a moderator, so you can actually post a link in here, I believe. So if you can post that link in here, I'll just pull it while we're in here. There you go. Okay, so let me get back over here. New comments. If I can scroll down. There we go. Okay, there's a delay here. So I see the LOL Jeff. Then I see that. There we go. Okay, that's what I want to see. Got that. And there's the link. And let me see if I can copy that. I guess I can't. Okay, so I don't want to hide it. I want to link to it. Let me grab it from here. Give me just a moment. I love doing these things live when you really haven't got your stuff set up in the way you want. All right, so we're going to pause that and go to the live. There we go. Hey, that worked. All right. Stream. Let's share. Let's go to Chrome tab. Share the audio this time. Thanks to Edward. And here we go. Okay, so this video here, if you haven't seen it, then you've been under a rock, I guess. But I got to get this battery set up on this other phone real quick. Let me pull this off of this one. Hang on, bear with me. So I'm going to play this here in the background. You guys take a listen to this, and I will try to go full screen.
The encounter started inside the store. You can see him on surveillance video at the counter checking out. The other customers were crowding him.
I look over and I'm like, there's a line for a reason.
Words were exchanged. He said the group mocked his hair and clothes. He paid and left.
Hoping you guys can hear that because I can't hear it now. Let me know if you guys can hear that because my audio just cut out when a few seconds into this. So this is the other video. I got more of the raw video, and I could not post
It is
this
video
video.
that is hard to
There we go.
watch. A 24-year-old man hit and kicked as he left a corner store in Klein. He was there on Sunday.
I definitely want him caught.
He and his girlfriend asked that we not identify them out of fear for their safety. Social media has not been kind.
I've gotten death threats.
They just want to be safe. When they approached, he just took the beating, 6 kicks to the head from 5 people in all.
The fifth one at the end came out of the store after purchasing his goods and then came up to me, kicked me in the face, and said, "Black Lives Matter."
The victim says they didn't even leave quickly.
It seemed like they were proud of it.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office is asking the public to call Crime Stoppers with tips about who they are so they can be held accountable.
I really hope they're caught before someone else gets hurt.
The encounter started inside the store. You can see him on surveillance video at the counter checking out. The other customers were crowding him.
I look over and I'm like, there's a line for a reason.
Words were exchanged. He said the group mocked his hair and clothes. He paid and left.
Not sure why the audio cuts out at that point. These little bastards come do that shit to me, it'll be a little bit different situation. I'll probably still get my ass kicked, but they're going to know I was there.
It is video that is hard to watch. A 24-year-old man hit and kicked as he left a corner store in Klein. He was there on Sunday.
I definitely want him caught.
He and his girlfriend asked that we not identify them out of fear for their safety. Social media has not been kind.
I've gotten death threats.
They just want to be safe. When they approached, he just took the beating, 6 kicks to the head from 5 people in all.
The fifth one at the end came out of the store after purchasing his goods and then came up to me, kicked me in the face, and said, "Black Lives Matter."
The victim says they didn't even leave quickly.
It seemed like they were proud of it.
The Harris County Sheriff's Office is asking the public to call Crime Stoppers with tips about who they are so they can be held accountable.
I really hope they're caught before someone else gets hurt.
Okay, so you guys saw that. That's the other video I tried to put up, and they wouldn't let me do that one either. I took the warning on that one and decided not to try to get another strike because I'm kind of tired of that stuff. So what the hell's going on here? I mean, in all seriousness, what the hell's going on? You can't show videos of black on white crime or black on white, this Black Lives Matter thing versus a white guy or whatever. And again, I hate to have to say this, but anyone that doesn't know me won't know this. But this is not to promote anything that shows the other side, so to speak. I get the Black Lives Matter movement. I do understand it. I do understand that if I went back 80 or 100 years, that I would be, pissed off like they are of the situations going on back then. I fully get it. Okay. I don't need to be educated on this shit. But what needs to happen is if you can show a white cop kill a black guy, like a white cop killing someone or a black cop killing anyone killing anyone on YouTube, and I can't show those 2 videos that you just saw. So you just saw them now, and if I get a strike, this whole damn thing at the end of this, like some others do, but I'm going to let it stay and see what happens. But this is just absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous that you can't do. Oh, there's RoboMax. What'd you do? Let's see. View deleted message. What's going on? Mike Turber participating in another psyop. Yeah, RoboMax. That's what I do. The government pays me substantial amounts of money to come in here and operate these psyops out of a hotel room because that's just the way I roll. But anyway, so yeah, RoboMax, that's welcome to the show. You want to come in here? I'll send you the link. We can actually talk about it. If anyone wants to come in here, you're more than welcome to discuss this with me live, except Edward. RoboMax, you're welcome. A couple other people are, and Edward's going to freak out trying to figure out why I'm not letting him in here. It's probably because of all all the stuff that's been done in the past, and even Robomax has done probably worse. But anyway, just messing with you. This situation is going on around the world. If you guys have access to world news, you can see this is going on around the world. Okay. Earlier today, when I tried to put that video up, it was up for probably 4 minutes. And then someone had to either report it, or the algorithm that YouTube has goes in and determines that it sees enough information in the video to pull it. You can put audio dubs over the top of it and change some of the video parameters to try to bypass their system. But if you bypass their system, they just kick you out of YouTube altogether, because they just think you're just trying to manipulate the system to do that. So we'll see how that goes. But the situation is still the same. America is in a ridiculous scenario where we are trying to figure out what is going on. You've got a city within a city in Seattle. City in a city in Seattle, where they have their own rules and whatever. And that is probably going to end pretty quick. In fact, I was under the impression it was supposed to happen today. But I don't know if anyone knows what's happened. I've been out and about all day long trying to deal with other issues. But that's what's going on. Yeah, it's called hashing. So you've got all of these things going on. What is the end game here? What are we going to see 3 months from now? Is this going to get better? Is this going to get worse? If Donald Trump gets reelected, is it going to be better under him than it will be Biden? My personal opinion is, yeah, it'll probably get better, but it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. But the scenario under Biden is probably a whole nother region we don't want to go into, but who knows? Yeah, Atlanta cops walked yesterday. I think that was over reported. I don't think that as much happened as we think did. But that's where we're at right now. Yes, YouTube is showing ISIS beheading people. I think that once they got wind of some of those videos, they actually stopped that. Unfortunately, in the realm of the world that I had to deal in at the time, we saw those. We were going after what was his name? Something John. I can't remember the guy's name. He was a British person that went and joined ISIS. But yeah, there was a task force that was developed just to find him. There's a lot of stuff going on that we don't really have a lot of control over. I'm going to put this link out here for anyone that wants to come in, except Edward, of course. So there you go. You want to come in, Robomax? You're welcome to come in. I'll sit here and I'll listen to you for a minute, and then I'll pull that down. So that's it. So grab that when you can, and we will let that. Oh, I can put myself in timeout. Never seen that before. So there's some. Someone just sent me a link. Let's follow that link, and I'll show that. There we go. Have to do that through here and here. And that's a. You want me to show the shirt? Can't do that right now. Hang on. Okay, so yes, Jihadi John. Thank you. That's who it was. And let's see here. Robomax says the English guy Jihadi John is 100% utter bullshit and was a character created for duping the masses by the media. Well, Robomax, guess what? You don't know what the hell you're talking about. And the reason why you don't know what the hell you're talking about is quite simple. Jihadi John was a real person. We really had assets that were set out to go after Jihadi John. And you don't have access to the same things I do. And I can tell you, I listened to the radio chatter. I listened to quite a few things of troops on the ground going after this guy and whatnot. So unfortunately for you, Robomax, as usual, you're wrong. Let's see. My PO is this live training. Okay, so Heather's Bling Boutique brings up a very good question. Her position on this is that is this a live or is this a live training for martial law? They're studying how I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. How people respond to what's going on. That's a very distinct possibility to a degree. I can guarantee you 100% that what the reactions are to the things that are going on is real. Shit, wrong person. So the reactions and everything that we're seeing is being studied. The coronavirus was absolutely being studied at a level that's never been seen before. Ever. Just simply, we've never been in a situation where more data points were created in such a short period of time, because the last virus that we had that we could have possibly done this was obviously back during the SARS event, and I was in Hong Kong during SARS. So when I was there, it was quite a bit different than it was over here. I was in Hong Kong. I went to Kowloon. I went to Shenzhen. I went to Guangzhou while that was going on. So it was a very unique situation. I was able to clear a train. Somebody told me, reminded me of something I did, but there was a train of people going from Shenzhen to Guangzhou, and I got on the train. And it was just way overcrowded. It's just hundreds of people inside one car that probably was made to hold 50 people. I just started coughing like crazy, and I cleared the whole car. Let's see here. Robomax says, I 100% know what I'm talking about. Bullshit. ISIS is a CIA construct. They were the boogeyman to create a false fear in the public after the previous failed boogeyman, or Fajr boogeyman, bin Laden. Well, man, Robomax, you're so wrong on so many different levels, but you're entertaining at least. So we'll let you hang around for a minute. Nobody block what he says unless he gets really silly. Because let's get into that. Let's get into. Let me see if I can change that screen. I'm not sure if I could do that. I'm going to go this route here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so here's what's happening in as we see it. The people that say that no one died at Las Vegas are absolute morons, complete idiots. Because number one, they obviously have not gone to Vegas and done their own research. They've researched from the internet. Robomax is an internet researcher, instigator, and a purveyor of bullshit. Very similar to others that we know, which we've found out over time. Everybody remember when Paladin was cool? Does everyone remember when he was actually kind of cool way back in the beginning? And then some switch flipped somewhere, and he believed that Melissa Ramirez was not a human, was not a person. Those were his words, not mine. He said that whatever you see there, that's not a person. Mike resorts to ad hominem and then changes topic to distract. What do you want to talk about, bro? Why don't you come on? You lost your ass the last time we debated. I'll hand it to you again, because this is a subject that I know a lot about that you apparently don't, Robomax. Unfortunately for you, you've done all your research from the internet, and you believe in things that just simply are basic hogwash. There's a few people that have, over time, have learned which side to go, but unfortunately for you, you can't really discern the difference between fiction and nonfiction. But no, I'm not resorting to ad hominem. Don't really have to. I lived for 2.5 years investigating this case every single day. Every day. There hasn't a day gone by that I haven't worked that case. So I know what's going on as far as Vegas is concerned. If you really want to go there, it's unfortunate for you. You're just simply going to lose. So If you know about the topic, then why did you immediately call me names? Well, names when I feel like it, because I'm just how I am. I call people names. I can be very cordial or whatever, but when someone like you claims that a person that I've never met, and who I had to piece together video and stuff like this, and you guys getting your little bandwagon together, and you believe that certain people weren't shot. You've got Jeff Scott in here. You have CL in here. Are you telling me that both of those people that are in here are lying? Is that what you're saying? I speak to CL every single day. I can't think of, and Jeff and CL, tell me if I'm lying here, where we have not conversed in one way or another. Robomax, I don't think you can say that you converse every day with someone that was actually there while it was going on. Oh, the topic's whatever I want it to be. It's my show, Bo. I can say whatever I want. It's kind of like, let me see, 5x5 News, last I checked, is owned and operated by me. So it's not a distraction. There are a lot of people who think ISIS is a CIA construct, but what do they have to do with these protests? Nothing really. So let's go ahead and get back to the protests. Let me peel that in. Let's see here. Someone just messaged me. Ba-ba-da-ba-bam. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll do that. Let me. I can't pop that out. Let me see if I can pop out. Send me the actual link. Let me see if I can do it. Show video. It wants to play it inside Messenger, but here I got it now, I think. Hang on. All right, so we're going to go there, and I'll share that. Give me just a second to queue it up. Go bigger screen here. All right, so Robomax, you'll probably think this is fake too, which that's just you, I guess. So I'm going to share screen, go over here, Chrome tab. We're going to go over here, raw video of that. We're going to share the audio. Here we go, folks. Listen to this and watch. Thank you, Shannon.
And you know it.
Dude.
Hey, bro, I'm a peaceful protester. I'm speaking my First Amendment rights. Bro.
You have every right to be here and to be filming.
Security, be secure then.
Listen.
I'm just filming.
Are you going to listen to me or are you going to act like that?
Nah,
I'm telling you.
Y'all spread misinformation.
You haven't even heard our report yet.
Y'all part of the problem, bro.
We haven't even reported yet.
Fox News, bro, is a Republican news
Anyway, we're getting ready to go on. That's fine.
What y'all talking about, bro? I'm going to interrupt everything y'all trying to report.
We've got two reporters up here talking about what's going on. We're just covering what you guys are doing. What I don't want is him to swear on TV.
Fuck that shit. Y'all ain't part of this now, bro.
I know, but you guys are being immature.
Fuck Trump, fuck Fox.
Hey, Miranda, we've got some.
13 Fox.
You want to protest?
Hey, let's
No,
walk
bro, I'm
up.
protesting right now. Y'all not gonna get us into space. Hey, boys, this Q13 Fox. Don't let them get that false info out here. They try to make us look bad, bro. Don't let them get a second of news. Fuck these guys, bro. Q13 Fox my ass. Fuck that shit. The fuck.
Hey guys,
It's the real news. It's the people
they
out
can
here.
say whatever they
Fuck
want. It's not a big
Republicans.
deal.
Fuck Donald Trump. And fuck Fox News. Fuck Fox News, man. We
We're
out
not on,
here,
so
bitch.
nobody's saying
The
anything.
hell?
But keep rolling. Keep rolling.
Hey, this part of the protest.
No, they can do whatever they want. They're fine.
Watch when they give us false info, false news, fake news. Nah, bro, none of that shit. Y'all part of the problem.
If you're down here, you don't care what's happening
You
up
part of the media, right? You can get a job as an independent news source. You can go to Northwest School down the block and make some real shit. But you in it on the money, bro. You doing fuck shit, bro. I see y'all, bro. Y'all part of the problem, bro. And I'm gonna get loud
Just don't
about
touch
it.
us, okay?
Hey, this Fox News right here.
I'm telling people you guys are
Don't let
talking.
them get an inch of space.
You haven't even been on tonight.
Hey, man, we on their necks with our knees, boys. Fuck
I
that
haven't telling
shit.
any lies.
Hell no. Hey, get this on the news. Fuck Fox News.
right.
Y'all ain't gonna get an inch of
So let's
space.
break up.
You ain't gonna be able to say shit while I'm next to you. Hell no. I'm using my voice.
Yeah,
Piece
so we'll
of
break
shit.
up the road.
Fuck Fox News. Fuck Fox News.
No, we're
Fuck
saying.
Fox News. Fuck Fox News. Fuck Fox News.
You're rolling,
Fuck
right?
Fox News. Fuck Fox News. Fuck Fox News. Following you. I don't know where you're going. You better get off the block with that shit. You're gonna go to the corner. You ain't getting no shots.
Hey, just
You ain't
don't
getting no
touch me. They did touch me, so don't touch me, okay?
Stay on the floor. Let us get your space, man. We don't got
Can you not touch me?
Fuck you. Hell no.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Hell no.
Hey, if you guys not touch me, I'm not touching you.
With the security team, you need to go back the other way.
I'm gonna get a shot, boy.
Our team, we have an important role.
Hell no.
Where's Andy? Get Andy.
Yeah, we got to we're gonna go down the corner around. Let's go. We got down the corner back off.
But Andy, don't stop that road. Don't stop that road.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you a fucking woman supporting Trump, bitch? Hell no.
Holy shit.
How dare you think you're telling the truth?
Fuck Fox News, man.
How dare you? Get the fuck out of my city. I've lived here all my life. You're supposed to be
Get the fuck out of here! Watch your neck! Tell him that how he was violent, because I know you will. This is a riot, right? Get the fuck out of here!
Is there a vehicle? We can't go.
Get the fuck out of here!
I gotta talk to you.
Go back to Redmond and Bellevue. Get the fuck out of Seattle! Get the fuck out of Seattle! Go on! Run! Run!
You realize that you're
You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Let her do the walk of shame. Yeah, she ain't worth it. She ain't worth it. Let her do the walk of shame.
Social worker. I could good work. You're spreading lies.
Watch out.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, all you want to. Yeah, all you want to.
You're rolling, right? Okay.
Go home and think about that as a human being.
Get the fuck out of my city.
I can't believe you showed
up. You badass bitch. Let's fucking go.
You want to go this way? Okay.
You support women and being raped, and I'll fucking support you.
Come on, we got this crap for you. Come on. There we go.
So, Andy, you're rolling, right? So, just for later on when I'm speed, I'm going to talk about what's happening. So basically, we're just trying to do our report, talk about what's happening down here. We've had people just getting in our faces. A couple of them have sort of pushed and shoved us. They've been following us for a couple blocks now.
People occupying this whole neighborhood. This is moving. We nasty.
I don't know, man. I'm not working here. This is
Excuse me.
How does it feel to want to film just on the ground? No other days you came here.
I've been out.
No.
I've been out. That's just not true. I've been out.
No, you're not outward. This is probably at all. I had a couple pictures here and there. You know how much? Because we're watching it.
You guys, I don't like this box shit. We're gonna stop. I'm making a decision. We're gonna go back this way.
Yeah.
Can we get on the sidewalk?
bounce out. We don't want boxes here.
Yeah, but I don't want to keep doing a walk shame in people's neighborhood. That's not fair to them.
You are destroying this country.
Remember when Trump let a stripper or a hooker, pee on him? Trump let a hooker pee on him. And then Trump let a hooker pee on him. And then Trump let a hooker pee on him.
Who'd you call?
Trump let a hooker pee on him. And then Trump let a hooker pee on him. And what was interesting is after that, Trump let a hooker pee on him.
Trump traffics children.
And then Trump let a prostitute pee on him.
So where did you see us video? I don't want to run this. How many people are still following us? Maybe back through here. I knew it was going to be a problem because I could see the sort of gathering situation. Yeah, we're not on national news, by the way. We're local. I live here. I'm not on Twitch. Oh, right now? Oh. I don't really know what Twitch is, but I've been seeing a lot of Twitch streams. We're rolling too, though, so it's not a surprise.
Sorry, he has to serve you. That's his job. You're doing bad.
Oh, sorry. Can you guys not touch me, please?
You come to start a peaceful protest.
We're occupying this neighborhood, y'all. This neighborhood belongs to the people.
Yeah, they're gonna. They'll break off.
What did you think was going to happen when you came out? On Q13. What did you think was going to happen?
Hey guys, we've been out here for 4 hours tonight.
What's up? Come on, help me.
I'm watching the camera.
There's another thing right here you're gonna trip over.
Fucking society.
Yeah, we can't do that. But I'm not gonna keep going. I actually am gonna stop. Yeah, I'm gonna stop up here at this business.
Lucky you're cute, sweetie.
We'll do it here.
Get your sexy bitch.
Fuck off, Karen. You lost?
No, I am. I'm honestly fine.
Get back. Come on, get
Just
back.
don't touch our stuff.
Get back.
Block the camera.
Hey, sir,
Block the camera. I don't give a shit. You're Fox News.
Get to Planet 12 now.
Bring your fucking fascist.
Get back.
Nope.
Blocking the camera.
I was out here every day last week.
Get back.
You guys, he's been out here every day. Andy works hard.
We need to leave.
Listen, I know if you have an issue,
Leave with you here.
let me just say something. Let me just say something.
Hey, get back. Get your hands off me.
So get her on camera because she physically is not. If we can just say something, Andy works hard. I'm the one on air. If you could just not be pushing him around with his camera in his hand, you were.
You know what's going on here. We're trying to leave.
I know.
You know that.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
She's touching us. I don't mind if you guys yell. You can yell as much as you want. I have no issue with you expressing your opinions. I work for Q13, and we're a local news station. We're a local news station. So
Where do you need to go? Get out of here.
I'm just gonna make you. Alright, is that a threat?
Wait.
You should move. It's unsafe for us.
Let him leave. This is not helping us.
Go. Start walking.
Go where you need to go.
I don't think they're gonna do this.
I did.
Let me talk to
You are the only one getting hit.
I just want to make sure you're
Need you
safe.
here.
To me, if they're chasing us around town, it's just as bad as us sitting still.
Get back.
They're not going to do anything.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's our option. So we're going to stay put until we can leave safely. So you
Where can we go? You have us surrounded. Where can we go?
Where do you need to go then? Tell us.
So if you could just let me say 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. Just 10, honestly 10 seconds.
Look, nobody's going to hurt you, but you do need to leave.
We
We
did
are
get,
trying.
yeah.
We need to get you where we need to go. Just let us move.
We don't know
Just
where
let us
we're
move.
going. If you give me 10 seconds to just talk to you.
And you will watch your feet. I fucking promise from right here. Start walking the direction we're in.
If you're going to follow us around, we're not going to keep walking.
Walk. Let them walk.
Let them walk.
Let them walk. Go to the Jeep.
Excuse us. Bye. Okay. We're not going to do. They will vandalize it. They will vandalize it. We're not going there. They will vandalize it. And that's what I'm saying is, you know, they're not going to hurt us. So all I'm saying is, I'm not going to run all around the city. All I'm saying is, I'm not going to run around the city.
We need to go.
But we're not getting in that vehicle. So my preference. No, all I want is just to be able to
go. You need to stop filming.
But we've been trying. Really for 5 blocks.
Seriously, you're
I'm gonna hold everyone back until you guys get in. We'll get in. There's a couple firefighters watching us right now. Go.
I don't think they want us in there.
Go.
Okay, folks, so that was that. Now we're going to go take a listen and watch Atlanta live because it's going off right now. If I can get to the right screen. Let me add the audio back in.
Shooting into the car. I don't know what made them come back here while I was just going to check down there because it felt like it was peaceful. Oh my God. Right here, Sam.
So right now, if you can hear me, we're live and it get a little bit of feed problem. So
What the hell are they doing? Are they just...
Hey, we breathing, okay? It's all that matters. That's the first step, okay? That's the first step, baby. We breathing. We going home. You going home. Listen to me. Listen.
They're shooting. What the hell? Why are they shooting more?
Okay, well, not sure why I just lost that feed. Let me try this again. I think I hit the wrong button there as it was a delay, so I'll try to get back to that. But anyway, so we can talk for a minute, and I'll try to get that feedback in here. Let me see if I can find that link again. There we go.
The car's on the other side of Jefferson. Come on. We ain't going past the street.
Christopher, that's exactly what I was getting at. There was a bang after everyone left as well. There was a firework that went off after everyone's left. It came out of nowhere. I didn't see anyone throw it. I didn't see anyone launch it. I didn't see anyone set the flame. Not saying that someone that was still there did it, but I didn't see anyone do it. Everyone had left and drove in different directions.
See protesters over there talking.
Conspiracy theorist in me is leaning toward that very thing.
I can hear pepper shot going off on the other side of the park.
Yeah, the sound you're hearing in the background is not gunfire. It's actually pepper balls being sprayed.
We got a handful of protesters here trying to talk to law enforcement.
And we need to let them through.
Right line. Pepper around somewhere. What the fuck is happening over there? I keep hearing pepper shots, so. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit of pepper shot blowing in, so they're definitely firing rounds over here. I'm walking straight towards the wind. And it's got my eyes just a little bit, not much.
Let me know if you can hear me while this is going on. I don't know how my voice will go as compared to the sound that you guys are hearing.
Who was shooting? Where are the cops that were shooting the pepper shot? Up there? They're shooting from up top?
Is she okay?
Yeah, so they're doing it again.
Yeah. Understood.
Firing from up top.
Cheyenne, are you breathing? Are you blinking? You got it?
At this point, everyone's peaceful, so I don't know why they were firing on the crowd down here. So it was coming from over there earlier. Looks like they're coming from over here now, too. I did see a head pop up before I got the camera on it.
Yeah, it's probably all over it. We should see if anyone needs a medic over there. They shot a lot of pepper bullets into that crowd.
There's at least one more medic who's up there.
See right there. Let me get a little
Can we even go
closer
over there?
zoom in on it, but you can kind of,
Yeah.
you can see their heads popping up over. They're in all black. They're trying to hide, but their whiteness sticks out like a sore thumb.
while attending to Cheyenne and everyone in the car.
So even though I'm only witnessing
Behind
peaceful
us, we heard pepper
protesters,
bullets
there was some pepper shot that was fired
flowing
down
into Jefferson
3
Square
minutes
Park,
ago.
and it looks like, from my vantage point here, that there are no protesters there, but they're back toward liberty.
Medic! All right, we got a couple medics responding. They were there quicker than I anticipated. I guess I'll go ahead and grab one of these bombs real quick. I don't know. They're going for like the 4th time. They were just shooting pepper shot off the roof for some reason. Sorry about that. I think these were the bombs they were looking for, because they were searching the coolers and shit. But, you know, water is divine. You don't need that shit. So, guarantee they're going down to 8th and Jeff, or 8th and Liberty. That's where they do a lot of their staging.
No,
I have some footage from about 4 days ago.
No, I didn't hear
The
the
right
call.
line tried to sneak up behind us on
I
Jefferson.
didn't
We
hear
caught
that,
him
but
first.
I believe we might be able to
Got
cross
him
the street
full
now.
force, backed him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mike Turber, 5x5 News. Can you hear me?
Then, you know, a little bit of chaos ensued. Shut down some streets, shut down an off ramp from 64. So yeah, they ended up coming out full force then.
Does anyone need a medic?
Couple protesters kind of instigated.
Does anyone need a medic?
With pepper shot and shit.
Thank you, Heather's Bling Boating. What part of Hawaii are you from?
Nobody? Hold each other accountable. You see something, say something. This is the first night that I've heard.
You okay?
I've heard anybody with a bullhorn trying to incite any type of anger or retaliation. But, you know, it's only because people are tired, people are pissed off.
Heather, are you from the Big Island?
But for the record, everyone, as far as I know, there wasn't any official organizers involved with any of these.
Okay, I know who you are.
Maybe not. So keep in mind that any of the chaos that we're seeing tonight is not coming from official organizers, to my knowledge. It's typically the ones that are causing the most shit are the ones that have only been there or been here for.
I know who you are, Heather.
Understand what
you and I share a special bond that will never be
I
separated.
could use a mask. I could use a mask. I'll go get some more. I appreciate it. Well, this is the last one?
Love you, girl.
Here we go with this. All right, everyone, the police have left. Protesters have Jefferson Square Park. They didn't lose it. We didn't lose it. I'm going to go ahead and sign off with everyone. Hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Latea, I couldn't tell you specifically. Tensions are high. It's but I get the feeling that everything will come to an ease, if you will. I can't find my words tonight.
Happening, decided to come down.
Well, another fun night.
Caught a while of that.
So I couldn't find the medic tent, so I just hang on to it. There she is.
So, hey, so are they?
Freeway? Freeway or no way?
I'll stay on for a little while, Melvin, but I don't like to record the interviews, if you will. It's not what this is about. And we'll resolve it within ourselves, but I
mean, they mostly held up their word.
I don't want to give the wrong light as to what's happening here.
Two organizers, activists were going to be allowed to stay on the property while
They fucking gripped them up
as soon as the sergeant walked away. You know,
I also saw them grip that dude up. I think it was down there. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, blue shirt.
The dude that got snatched up in the line.
There was one of them that got beat.
I saw. Yeah. Hey, just a heads up. They have dudes on that rooftop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, same with that rooftop.
Supposedly they. Yeah.
The last couple shots that were fired were like 20, probably like 2 minutes now.
They were right down here, fucking like people up.
Even after that, they were coming from the roof while there was not any like, like no one was doing anything down here, and they were fucking shooting down from the roof, like.
I appreciate it, Mariana. I'm fine. I don't know if it's a tolerance I built up or something, but it doesn't seem to be affecting me.
One of the activists even said, "There's more of us than them." And he's like, "Yeah, at the moment there's 12, but there's like 30 down there, and then another 20 down there." It's like, there's more us than them until we do something, and then they fucking destroy us. Yeah. That's kind of what I said. What makes it hard?
When I got over here is when they were mobbing down here again.
I'll go ahead and do a quick lap and kind of do like a closing, and then
I'll be around. Come find me.
Yep. All right, so seems like the chaos is subsided for the night. We had pepper shot from on the roof early. That escalated into fireworks being thrown, Molotovs and windows broken in Metro Hall. Riot came out, used pepper shot and noise ordinances, flashbangs.
They ain't on the roof no more.
They were looking for.
Are they still on the roof?
They were looking for explosives in the park, is what they claimed. I guess because of all of the explosions that were happening. But again, it was all like mortar shells. It wasn't anything big. But they kept their word.
She ain't picking up a murder.
Well, I guess we lost the main part of his feed. He's changing channels now. He has the audio set up on 2 of the feeds, so I guess we'll wait until that comes back in. But at this, I wish it allowed me to control the audio on that feed. Edward, if you know how to do that, let me know.
Emphasizing the people, so we can stay together, stay tight, get our numbers in here if you're coming. Again, by Pioneer Courthouse. Already, let's get together.
Everybody, let's move in a little bit. Let's get together. We're going to make this march all the way up here. Let's get together. Everybody group up. Let's get together. Everybody. We're going to get in these streets right here. We're going to make a
You like Dick Tracy? I like Dick Tracy too. I used to have those little cassette. You'd like watch. You'd like read the comic book, but then you put the cassette in. You'd look.
Why do they have real guns?
Hey, everybody, hold on. We're getting the cars ready. We're going to have the cars lead up in the front. We're going to stay protected. We're going to have the cars behind us so we can stay protected. Stay together. Stay together. Stay together. Stay together.
Okay, I should be back. Sorry about that. Not sure what is going on with my connection here. I probably shouldn't hack hotel things here. I won't mention the rest of it. But anyway, I'm going to see if that other broadcast will come live. I did connect to a new connection. And let's see what we get here. Here we go.
I want only the baddest.
Okay. Okay. I don't know where that connection problem is coming from, so hopefully you guys can hear me. If you can, let me know. Apparently we lost the feed to the multiple live broadcasts. I'll try to bring that back in, but we can talk about other things for the moment. It's just going left and right here. I don't know if I'm losing my connection. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear me okay right now? If you can, give me a 5x5, please. Okay, I'm hearing multiple sounds in the background here. I don't know what's going on. I have a badass computer with 19 terabytes of everything, and I do not know why it's giving me a hard time. But hopefully it will steady itself. I'm checking. It's almost like something's disconnecting and reconnecting. So I may have to end this here shortly if it keeps doing this. So I hope I don't have to do that. Thank you, CL. Let's see if I have to do a backup here. I think I found the problem. Let's see if I try this one more time. I think it was actually on YouTube. All right. Okay, if you can hear me, let me know because my screen just went totally blank. Okay, I'm going to log in on a different computer into the same stream if I lose you guys. There we go. I think I just got it back. Okay.
Any exotic places I'd like to find out. And also, if anybody's got got skills when it comes to editing film, please hit me up. DM me, send me a friend request. You can email me at gypsymuse@gmail.com. That's GYPSIEMUSE @gmail. And definitely reach out because I'd love to go ahead and get as much of this footage out, but it's tough to keep up with it all because it's like a full-time job. Plus, I have a full-time job, so Brandon and I can't be doing that all day. So, there she is. You're on the wrong side, hon. There she is. She's famous. All right. Is it charging? Yep. Nice. Here you go, Brandon.
You're at 2%.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. But I'm just glad everyone's tuning in, man. If you guys, it is getting, again, I don't have a watch on, so what time is it? Oh, man, good. We're before the 12 o'clock cutoff, which is great. So, again, like you see over here is the 12th precinct. What they brought in was a negotiated exchange between the city and the moderators of the event here, the group, to get these blockades put in.
Okay, I just paused that just for a split second, just to let you guys know, I'm in the background trying to fix the connection here, and so I will keep it going as best I can. So here we go.
To talk to somebody who has an idea, but were you here when they put these in? No. Who was? Well, the city dropped them off, and then I'm curious when they built the rest of them. Were you here when they dropped these off by chance? No? Huh. This is the other side of the line. But we're going to talk to, they got barricades all the way down here. So let's go down here. Oh, that's that dude. So that's one of the security they have. I don't know if you guys saw that guy. And what he had wasn't a gun. It was like a paintball gun, but still, it's some kind of crowd control device. One of the things that people were asking about was, because they have security here, is that they were talking about decommissioning, get rid of the police, but there's still a need for security. So, but I mean, Brandon, you could probably vouch for this too. Yeah, we haven't seen any need for any security. There's been no violence. There's been no yeah, but sometimes people drink too much. There's people that come in from outside of the area that outside the shop that are looking to party and looking to get lit and get live. But it's not at all the element that's at play here within the shop. But so that's the need that they have for people to kind of moderate and control the crowd if things get out of hand. But so yeah, this is the other side of the precinct right here, the 12th precinct, which is kind of like where this whole thing sparked off, and it's changed quite a bit. Like the layouts for the last week, like now they've got these large barricades they brought in, but it was a negotiation, like I said, from the city, if I remember right. And I'm not exactly sure how that played out, but now they're up here, and it was more or less for people to know, for access vehicles to be able to get in first responders, people like that, to be able to, and traffic too, for people to be able to get through here, that operate businesses in the area or that live in the area. So more or less keep people safe that are on the pedestrian side. So it's kind of one side and the other. Let's go ahead. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable over there. I apologize. Okay. But that's kind of a running theme. Is a lot of people don't want to be on camera, and I totally get that. Because it's just it can be uncomfortable when you don't know. Because there's been a lot of media outlets that have been, I don't want to say a lot, but I've seen some media outlets that have put out. Like I said earlier, people were using like that platform, the facial recognition or whatever, to kind of hunt people down and terrorize them. But the art, though, man, like this is impressive. Like some of the stuff that's been created in the wake of all this has been amazing. But like my man down there, his art, incredible too. No, I think this is kind of where the donation station moved to. But this is incredible. So these are some of the panels. These are actually, I don't even think these were on the. These were up on a building of some type. You could tell they were pulled down from somewhere. But the barricades have all kind of turned into art installations too. So. But yeah, again, these are like all the volunteers. Don't want. We haven't even. Yeah. Oh, well, this is the other side of the police station. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So they had to redo everything because originally they got so many donations that it ended up being like overwhelmed on the one side. They had to like move everything down, and then so like it's awesome to see they were able to kind of get it reset up, which is awesome because it was down a block, but it was just there was so much stuff they couldn't keep it all under cover, and it was kind of it rained a little bit that other night, so it's impressive. But I see, we're not trying to make people feel uncomfortable, but a lot of people don't like us up here being on camera. But this is the backside of the police station right here, which is to say that like it's amazing. Man, they got the good porta potties too. That's crazy. Let's head down here. Damn, that's nuts. So it's extra boarded up over here.
This is somebody asked where we are.
Oh, so we're up in Seattle on the in the CHOP, Capitol Hill Occupied protest, and right now we're walking around the 12th precinct, which is the police station that was abandoned by the Seattle Police Department. No, the police station's boarded up, and nobody's going in there. Though I will say this on, yeah, right. But the other day,
well, I guess we lost Seattle, or we lost the whole feed. I'm sorry. That
we were kind of curious.
That's not me this time.
That's what was going on because it looked like there was people in the top, but apparently on Friday, this last Friday, they had a couple policemen showed up early in the morning, like wee hours in the morning. They came in and took some boards off the front window, and just kind of like as a sign of like presence to show that like, we're here. I don't know what their intent was. I can't speak for them, but they kind of got chastised a bit by the crowd that was still here. Like I said, in the early hour morning, it really dies down a lot. So this is what's left of the police station. This is the front door to the police station. If we look over here, it's kind of the windows kind of smashed up.
Okay, well, not sure what's going on in the background. It doesn't show on my end. I'm going to start killing some feeds here.
I mean, there's a bunch of water stockpiled in there and whatnot. But I can tell you right now that what you'd expect from what people have said and what you hear about this area, and people's general feeling about the police right here, you'd expect those windows to be smashed out and people to be inside the station, but it stayed peaceful thus far. You know what I mean? People have maintained and been hella chill. Now I know originally this turned into like a little war zone, so but that's really mellowed out. As you can tell, like if you look down the street right here, it really thins out, really slows down at the end of the night. So where we're at right now is in the chop. Where are we at right now? Let me see quick. Like 84. Okay, good. Yeah, I appreciate everyone has wrote it out with us, man. Like everyone that has taken the time to kind of like see what's going on. I hope that it's kind of shine a light on what's really going on, like a true narrative of what's going on inside of the chop, as opposed to what you've been able to see on a lot of the mainstream media outlets. Like I said, is my opinion on the whole thing has changed. I'm sure people watching I would hope to hear the same thing. Like maybe put some feedback up on the comments about like your feelings about this. And if you've been watching with me and you've been a part of this for the last week that we've been up here, if it's changed your feeling about this occupation, because I don't.
Okay, so this is what you're talking about here, RoboMax. Italian leader slams false coronavirus numbers. 25,000 did not die. It's away. Okay, that's enough of that bullshit. Well, that's all you get. That's all the time you get. So sorry about that, RoboMax, but I'm not going to spread bullshit. The moment I see that no one died from coronavirus or COVID-19 or bullets from Stephen Paddock or any of that stuff, you can bet your ass I'm going to cut it because I know better. So Robo, I sometimes you are a very intelligent person. Unfortunately, you remind me of another person I'm having argument with, Jack Sephardi. But anyway, so I'm not going to perpetuate any of that BS, and I'm sorry, RoboMax just can't really do that. It won't do it. You're much like once you can do that on the other side, you can go over to Truth Bomb and KL and Paladin and whoever else. Fortunately, Edward has removed himself from that group, so thank you for that. Robo, if you can come up with some factual data to back up anything you say, or if you want to come on here right now and we'll talk about it, just quite simply, no. It's really just you spreading BS. And I mean, you say I'm spreading fake news. I'm giving you live feeds. I'm actually giving you video from the source. I actually go to these places as much as I can. And things like that. And Robo, you simply just don't do it. If you want to get in anyone's good graces, Robo, why don't you go to Italy? If you firmly believe what you're saying, then go to Italy and see for yourself. You always say that we don't do this. I don't see you ever going anywhere. You sit in your living room and you watch SpaceX launch some rockets and you say that they're fake and that we haven't gone to the moon and all of these different things. And anyone that says we haven't gone to the moon and that SpaceX rockets are fake, Robo, I've been to SpaceX. I've been inside the building. I've been inside the Dragon Room. I've been all over that place. And you have not. You haven't ever, I don't even think you've ever been to a space launch. Have you ever even been to a launch ever? I mean, the things you believe in are just ludicrous. You believe no one died in Las Vegas. That makes you a moron. I mean, you're just a complete idiot if you actually believe that. I mean, I don't know how I don't want to sugarcoat it for you. I'm certainly not going to sugarcoat it for you. But I just have to figure. Yeah, let me get my blood type. I got my dog tags right here. All right. Me and CL were talking about this just the other day. I am A positive. And just so you know, my mother, who I have her dog tag, is A. My father, and I have his dog tag, if I can turn it to the right angle, is RA. Oh, sorry, my mom is RA. So my mom's RA, I'm A positive, and my father was A. So if you guys can figure out if that was my actual father or not, let me know. Anyway, I'm going to cut this a little short. I've got a couple of things I've got to get done. And Robo, if you want, I will send me whatever you have that is factual and something you can back up, not some web page that just starts out saying bullshit. It just becomes irritating because every time I go and try and someone says I've got evidence to support this or I've got evidence to support that, and then I actually go there, it's not a diversion. It's the first thing I read was 25,000 people didn't die and all this other stuff. So why would I perpetuate that? Yeah, you can do that with Truth Bomb. You can do it with KL. You can do it with Paladin because they'll probably believe it. And Paladin's batshit crazy, and KL is just I almost said it. And Truth Bomb's whatever he is. So go hang out with that crowd, buddy, because that's kind of where you need to be. Talk to you later. Bye, Robo. You're gonna have to. I'll put you in timeout for a second. Let you rethink your life a little bit. I don't mind you coming here and blasting me or saying whatever, but if you're going to come in here and say anything that you are going to say is factually correct and that I'm wrong and that I'm disinfo and I'm whatever, why don't you talk to the people that I talk to? I deal with survivors of Las Vegas shooting every single day of my life. Every day. There's not a day since I started this investigation that I pretty much, other than when I was dark and doing whatever I was doing, that I haven't talked to them. I don't think you've been to any situation that you have discussed. I don't think you've ever been to SpaceX. I don't think you've ever been to Kennedy Space Center. I don't think you've ever been to Italy. I don't think you've ever been anywhere on any subject that you actually talk about and talk to the actual people that are there. I firmly believe that you don't. And if you do, you sure as hell haven't reported from it. And that's the stuff we actually do. So it's got to be a sad situation, for you, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to berate you or whatever, but I just can't help it because all the stuff that I've seen you do over the last couple of years and blasting me and telling me Melissa Ramirez is a rag doll just like everybody else is. You're telling me that that these people didn't die, and I don't have a lot of empathy for you. I just simply don't. Sorry. I simply don't have it. All right, guys, it is 11:50 PDT. It's time for Robomax to, go to the store or something. I'm going to shut this down. I greatly appreciate everybody coming by. I'm sorry that I had a few problems or whatever, but that's how it goes when you're live. And we will, let me see if the feed's back up. I'll put it back up if it's actually back up. Give me just a second, and I will dip out, and you guys can watch that. I'll let it run for a few minutes, and then I'll boogie on at her. Actually, I'll tell you what. I was going to show you something pretty cool. I'll do that on a different show. I'm going to show you some beta programs from Google, but actually I can't do that. Let me see. Let me load this thing up in the background. Google Earth Studio. You're going to see the beta version of Google Earth. And I will load something here real quick. So you guys talk for a second, and we will let this go. I don't want to log in as that. There we go. Let's see if this reloads here. So for the few of you that hang around, I'm going to show you something in the background here. It's going to be hang on. There we go. That should do it. I promise you I won't do what Joe Roscoe did with that fiasco he had. That was getting rather comical, actually. Let me log this here. Put this here. That. Wow, that account's still there. There we go. I have no idea what it's doing. Anyway, I guess I'll do this another time because this is obviously not wanting to work, or is it? Nope. Okay, so guys, I'm going to shut her down. I appreciate everybody coming by. Ropomax, I even appreciate you coming by. Fonspy, Rock Girl, Heather, Jeff, everybody else that came by. I'm trying to remember who all was in here. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming by. I'll do another live here over the next few days. I will be going to plant, well, probably shouldn't say it, but I'll be going to plant 42 over the next few days. So I'll be getting some footage from there that's rather unique. If you guys don't know what plant 42 is, please look that up. Talk to you guys later. Thank you very much for dropping by. I'm Mike Turber, 5x5 News, and I'm going to leave you with, let's go out with Money Machine. Get it to play here. All right, share. And all right, guys, enjoy. Thank you very much.
We're talking about the largest mass shooting in the history of the United States.
This is a crazed lunatic.
My brother just killed 58 people. My dad was on the 10 most wanted FBI list. We're not normal people. Steve gambled $1.6 million at the Mandalay in the week before he did this. He was really angry with the gaming industry.
There's been accusations that there's multiple shooters. That has been proven to be false.
You had politicians grandstanding on this Vegas strong movement to get elected.
Vegas strong.
Tragedy and opportunity.
It was an election year, and it was camera time for Lombardo and his friends.
I want to thank Sheriff Lombardo for your leadership.
Almost every press conference, you saw one figure, and that was Steve Sisolak, using this as a springboard for his political campaign.
He used the tragedy to get elected.
While the hashtag Vegas Strong campaign raised over $10 million, less than $20,000 were distributed to the victims in the first 5 months.
We want those records released.
If they came out and said what really happened, I think they're afraid of a period of time where people say it's not safe to go to Vegas.
Nothing happens in Las Vegas without the ring of a cash register.
MGM Resorts is suing the victims.
They are being sued for getting shot.
Shameful, disgusting, outrageous.
Newly released video shows Las Vegas police waiting in the hallway as Stephen Paddock continues to murder people. Lives could have been saved if they'd have taken action. They were fibbing the whole time about being such big heroes. They're hiding in the hallway. I asked them, are you stupid or are you incompetent?
Please stop asking your question.
You hear officers directly saying, turn your cameras off.
I'm telling you right now, there's more than one shooter. There could be as many as 3. We saw multiple muzzle flashes coming out that window.
There is no conspiracy.
Can't trust it! Yeah, can't trust it!
We are talking about the largest mass shooting in the history of the United States.
This is a crazed lunatic.
My brother just killed 58 people. My dad was on the 10 most wanted FBI list. We're not normal people. Steve gambled $1.6 million at the Mandalay in the week before he did this. He was really angry with the gaming industry.
There's been accusations that there's multiple shooters. That has been proven to be false.
You had politicians grandstanding on this Vegas strong movement to get elected.
Vegas strong.
I'm turning tragedy into opportunity. It was an election year, and it was camera time for Lombardo and his friends.
I want to thank Sheriff Lombardo for your leadership.
Almost every press conference, you saw one figure, and that was Steve Sisolak, using this as a springboard for his political campaign.
He used the tragedy to get elected.
While the hashtag Vegas Strong campaign raised over $10 million, less than $20,000 were distributed to the victims in the first 5 months.
We want those records released.
If they came out and said what really happened, I think they're afraid of a period of time where people say it's not safe to go to Vegas.
Nothing happens in Las Vegas without the ring of a cash register.
MGM Resorts is suing the victims.
They are being sued for getting shot.
Shameful, disgusting, outrageous.
Newly released video shows Las Vegas police waiting in the hallway as Stephen Paddock continues to murder people. Lives could have been saved if they'd have taken action. They were fibbing the whole time about being such big heroes. They're hiding in the hallway. I asked them, are you stupid or are you incompetent?
Please stop asking your question.
You hear officers directly saying, turn your cameras off.
I'm telling you right now, there's more than one shooter. There could be as many as 3. We saw multiple muzzle flashes coming out that window.
There is no conspiracy.
Can't trust it! Yeah, can't trust it!
MGM Resorts International committed one of the worst PR moves in history when they sued many of the victims of the 1 October Vegas mass shooting. It was a PR fiasco. It made national news, and it ultimately did not work. And when it failed, they ultimately ended up reaching a settlement.
The total settlement amount is expected to be approximately $735 to $800 million.
And one of those people who was involved in the lawsuit and is no longer is the gentleman I'm with right now, Roger Pennis, a former Marine and a hero. Roger was one of the people running into the gunfire that night to help save people.
Thank you for giving me an opportunity to tell my story.
Well, it's a very interesting story because you are the only person that we know of at this point who's actually opted out of the lawsuit and fired your lawyer.
I went to my lawyer and said, can you tell me who the mediator is going to be? I didn't get a response. And I was doing research and I said, please tell me it's not Jennifer Tagliati. And he writes me back, he says, it is Jennifer Tagliati. I said, she's the one person that should never be around this case because her father is the VP of Security and Surveillance for MGMRI at the time of the event.
And of course, it was the bad security that allowed Stephen Paddock to get over 20 weapons up in his room and fire on that crowd of over 20,000 people and ultimately kill over 50 and injure hundreds more.
I confronted my attorney and said, hey, this is a conflict of interest. She should be nowhere around this. I had let my attorney go.
I mean, I've talked to attorneys who've told me that, you know, this case could have gone into the billions. We're talking about over 50 people dead. We're talking about hundreds of people injured. You're really going to tell me that Jennifer Tagliati wasn't doing a solid for MGM and her dad there when the figure comes out around 800 million and 750 million of that is covered by insurance? Pretty convenient. It's brave that you recognize this as a conflict of interest and actually left that money on the table.
It's not about being a hero. It's about doing the right thing.
Right.
And the truth being told. This was potentially a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. Every lawyer is getting between 33 1/3% and 40% in my case.
Right, and the truth is that MGM won here, and the lawyers won, and one lawyer in particular won huge. Attorney Robert Egglet, who has around 2,500 of the claimants in this case. And of course, a lot of people remember Robert Egglet as the attorney who, after MGM Resorts sued the victims, actually said that this is the most reprehensible and awful thing he's seen in his entire legal career.
In more than 30 years of practice, this is the most reprehensible conduct I've ever seen by a defendant.
Later, after it becomes clear that he gets to stick over $100 million in his pocket without even going to trial, all of a sudden, Robert Egglet couldn't stop kissing MGM's butt.
And as a lifelong Nevadan, I cannot tell you how proud I am that MGM is a Nevada company. They have made me the most loyal customer they'll ever have. What MGM has done here through this process, standard.
Board deal. If you guys aren't giving a fair shake, I'm going to stand my ground. I want an apology to the families. You better fix security. Now all of a sudden, I'm the evil guy. I'm the bad guy. They send me documents saying, oh, we're trying to explain to you, you could be countersued for fraud.
Lawyer Robert Egglet recently threatened to sue the NBC affiliate that ran the story about how the 1 October victims are angry about the conflict of interest of having in the settlement be the daughter of a former MGM Resorts VP, because this gets in the way of the false fairy tale that this greedy corporation and scumbag butt-kissing lawyer want the public to believe. You know, Roger, that NBC story made it clear that you're not the only one who's not happy with how this went down with this conflict of interest. There's a lot of people who are unhappy, but you're not seeing a lot of people speak out. Why is that?
Other plaintiffs' lawyers are asking that you could maybe be quiet for a bit until we can get some information out, is quote what was told to me. They even went to a level of telling me, hey, this deal's going to get undone. It's going to be all your fault. The families are going to hate you. They're not going to get their money. And I'm like, you guys didn't stand and fight for us. You didn't do the right thing here. You're all going to walk away with a bunch of money.
These lawyers are going to get a lot of money, but you have something more than money, Roger. You actually have integrity. It's obvious. I mean, you left money on the table to walk away from this because you thought that the whole thing was wrong. I'm not going to be surprised if they try to assassinate your character. But let's not forget in all this that you were the guy running into gunfire where bullets were whizzing around to help people and that you pulled a woman to safety. In my book, you're the hero and the lawyers are lawyers. And I recently obtained information from a person who worked directly with the lawyer on this case that some of the attorneys were expecting the damages to be in the 6 to 7 billion range. So for MGM to get it down to 800 million is a huge victory for them, especially since they'll only be on the hook for around 50 million with insurance covering the rest. And in my opinion, they used the daughter of a former MGM VP and a sellout lawyer to help make that happen. Vegas is a town of illusions, and I think this lawsuit and the idea that everyone's happy with it when the truth is anything but is yet another illusion. And in my upcoming documentary, Money Machine, we're going to unravel those illusions and show the greed at the heart of the 1 October Vegas mass shooting. When the truth is anything but is yet another illusion. And in my upcoming documentary, Money Machine, we're going to unravel those illusions and show the greed and loss.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. Here's some bracing news we never expected to report. Black Lives Matter is now more popular than the President of the United States, and not slightly more popular than the President, much more popular. A survey this week by Rasmussen, a right-leaning pollster, found that 62% Black Lives Matter is now more popular than the President of the United States, and not slightly more popular than the President, much more popular. A survey this week by Rasmussen, a right-leaning pollster, found that 62% Black Lives Matter is now more popular than the President of the United States, and not slightly more popular than the President, much more popular. Survey this week by Rasmussen.
Hired judges to mediate the settlement. Louis Meisinger of California.
Now from the I-Team, 2.5 years after the worst mass shooting in modern American history, survivors of the Las Vegas massacre have reached a deadline to sign on and receive their portion of an $800 million settlement with MGM Resorts International. But the 12 News I-Team learned that some survivors are questioning the settlement after focusing on details about one of the two mediators on the case. Team 12's Bianca Bono explains.
Some survivors tell us they're learning new details now they wish had been more clearly disclosed months ago, and fear the news may undermine years' worth of agony following the tragedy. This country music superfan on stage with Keith Urban is furious Michelle Leonard.
Very blingy, these country girls.
Michelle turning that love into her living, selling clothes and jewelry at music festivals across the country.
Things that you will not find in your average store.
That's how she ended up at the Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival in Las Vegas on October 1st, 2017.
This was worse than a war zone, and we didn't have weapons.
Michelle's store becoming a shelter as she ran for her life.
The sounds that you guys hear on TV, it does not convey the complete terror.
Bullets rained down from a room at the Mandalay Bay Resort, killing 60 people, injuring hundreds more, including Michelle, who suffered serious injuries while trying to get away. Now, more than 2.5 years later, Michelle, one of more than 4,000, accepting a settlement agreement with MGM, the owner of Mandalay Bay. This settlement guarantees money for the survivors who opted in, whereas a trial is no guarantee and could be a risk, even causing victims additional trauma. But she and other survivors are questioning the settlement.
A lot of red flags are just keep popping up.
The red flags involve Jennifer Tagliati of Nevada, one of two mediators on the settlement. Jennifer Tagliati's father, George Tagliati, was the vice president of security, surveillance, and safety at Mandalay Bay at the time of the shooting.
Talked to all the lawyers in our group, laid it all out to them. Everybody agreed. Yeah, we don't think that's a problem. We think she's the best. We want to go forward with her.
Nevada attorney Robert Eaglet, representing about 2,000 of the 4,000 survivors, says he and the lead attorneys picked two well-respected retired judges to mediate the settlement. Louis Meisinger of California, who has no apparent ties to MGM, and Jennifer Tagliati.
She's mediated all kinds of big major cases. So there's no doubt in my mind she's considered one of the top 5 best mediators in the country.
But some survivors now say they wish they'd known.
My head literally blew up.
The I-Team contacting more than 100 Route 91 survivors, more than 20 responding. These including survivors who were shot, trampled, and suffer PTSD, saying they didn't know about the mediator's relation to an MGM security executive.
And I was in a rage. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Attorneys say they told their clients. Eaglet says he disclosed the Tagliati's relationship in writing.
Nevada law doesn't require that the lawyers even disclose to the clients. Now, my understanding is the lawyers all did in this case.
More than 50 lawyers representing clients in the settlement. Each could disclose it differently. The I-Team obtained 2 disclosure letters from firms other than Eaglet's. The first reading in part, coincidentally, Judge Tagliati's father happens to be the head of security for MGM Resorts International, and another with fewer details. We know that there have been postings on social media regarding Judge Tagliati due to her father having ties to MGM. The committee does not believe Tagliati will be biased. Still, more than a dozen other survivors tell 12 News they don't recall any disclosure.
I think this should have been crystal clear of who the players were in this whole thing.
12 News requested interviews with both Jennifer and George Tagliati. In an email, George Tagliati stating, quote, "I'm very proud of my daughter. She has her career and I have mine. I have had nothing to do with her career, nor she mine. I have had nothing to do with any negotiations or mediation involving her, MGM, nor the plaintiffs, nor their attorneys." Judge Tagliati, who was recently nominated by President Trump to be a federal judge, getting bipartisan support, denying interview requests, instead directing 12 News to the survivors' attorneys, writing they can, quote, "speak to all of the appropriate disclosures made in this case." The survivors' attorneys saying they stand behind their decision to work with her, calling this a fair settlement, adding survivors could always opt out. Now, Michelle's livelihood sits in a shed in her backyard.
My life has changed completely.
As she works to recover from her physical and emotional injuries from that deadly night, she says she still wants answers.
There's got to be a reason why they did not explain, or I can say some of the attorneys did not explain.
And the amount of money each survivor will get from the settlement is confidential. MGM's insurance is expected to cover about $750 million. Bianca Bono, 12 News.